Looks like Mickey's making herself a target in the house. Big Brother USA Season 27 Episode 18. These episodes are getting harder to find. It is driving me insane, but I got there in the end. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know that I do not like the way Rachel speaks to people in that house. Somebody's really not happy with my opinion of Rachel, and they said, your accent says it all, Rachel is playing a good game, your review is trash. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to mean. They obviously discriminate against Scottish people. This person is clearly toxic as fuck, therefore I'm not surprised that they support Rachel's behaviour. Did they think that I was going to read this and be like, oh my god, my accent says it all? Maybe I should say nice things about Rachel, even though she's a total cunt to people. No. She's toxic as fuck, and this person obviously discriminates, and they're obviously toxic as fuck as well. And obviously they've got no profile picture or videos. Just the typical troll account. Anyway, back to the episode at hand. As we know, Vince, Zach and Keanu are on the block, and even though Zach was the house's target, some people are starting to think, you know what, he is going to continue to be a target to everybody, so we might as well get rid of somebody else. This happens a lot. Ashley's talking to Mickey and she's saying, oh, if this person stays, it's going to be good for my game and other people's games. And Ashley's thinking, other people? Other people? And then Mickey's like, oh, basically I'm going to tell my team what to do. And Ashley's like, are you? You're just going to tell people what to do? I don't think so. So Ashley tells Will, and Will is not pleased. He's saying, nobody's going to tell me what to do in this house. It seems like Mickey's allies are dropping like flies. At first she seemed really close with Morgan, but then Morgan found out information that Mickey was telling other people a few episodes ago, and she's saying, how can I even trust her? Like, how did these people get this information? Something's not right here. When Rachel found out what Mickey had been saying, she was not too happy, and she says she doesn't get to tell people in this house who to vote for. Which is rich coming for her, because from day one, she's been like, oh, what I want, I get. If I don't want my friends to go, they're not going. And she thought that she was going to dictate the decisions of the whole house. God forbid anybody else try. That being said, I did agree with Rachel. I just find it interesting that it's alright for her, but not alright for anybody else. Typical. Kelly doesn't want Keanu to go, and she starts to talk to other house guests, and she's saying, like, maybe him leaving isn't the best idea, he's going to be a target, how do you feel about voting out Zach and Vince? And other people are like, do you know what, I'd be happy to do that. So all of a sudden Keanu's went from being the house target to being somebody who somebody's just got to get rid of later anyway. And to be honest, I feel like they really had to have these conversations anyway, because they all suspected that he might win the Battle of the Block. As we know, Morgan very nearly got put on the block because she wasn't happy about the nominees. She's very close with Vince and Zach. But she's saying in the diary room, Vince is like my number one. I definitely wouldn't be able to vote him out. They were having a conversation. She says, you've got my vote. No matter what, you've got my vote. But then she spoke to Zach. He told Mickey about his special power and how he didn't use it in case she went on the block. And I was thinking about, like, if that happened in the UK, we don't get taxed on winning, so we would get that full £10,000. Depending on his job, he would pay between 10 and 37% tax. It's actually pathetic. I know it's still good, but it just annoys me. Every time I see an Americans win money, I'm like, oh, that's good. And then I realise how much they actually get. And it's a shame. So anyway, that's off topic. He told Mickey and then she felt really bad. She is hoping and praying that Keanu doesn't take himself off the block, because then she's going to have to choose between her two friends. And at this point, she's told them both that she's going to give them her vote. Stress. It's time for the blockbuster and Keanu wins. And do you know what? He wasn't even that stressed about it. He just takes these challenges in his stride. Literally, you wouldn't, not one bit of stress whatsoever. Now it was between Zach and Vince, and when they stood up to give their speeches, they says, I've not got anything bad to say about him, just keep me in the house. And I actually felt more sorry for Zach, because Vince was doing the tears, do you know what I mean? And it seemed really fake. But I felt more sorry for Zach, because at the start of the week, He was told that he was fine and that nothing was going to happen, and he was blindsided. And that is just like so shit. So in the end, Morgan gave Vince her vote, and were we really surprised? And it wouldn't have mattered anyway because that got most of the votes to leave. And when he left, I actually watched his interview, and he said he was just so understanding. These people are great friends. I can't wait to be friends with them outside. Like, just such a nice guy. And he was saying, well, I thought I was going to go in and play this game really selfishly. He hasn't been selfish at all in this entire game. He wasn't annoyed that Morgan didn't vote for him. It just seemed like such a nice guy. Let me know in the comments who you would like to win the next HOH. I would like Keanu to win. He has just been so chill this week, even though he's been on the block, even though he's had a punishment, even though Big Brother's been waking him up to make pigs in blankets. He just is chill as fuck. I would love to see who he'd put up. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.